The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed. Back again, Cousin Ed's Corner. And today is a corner connection. The corner connection at Cousin Ed's Corner. Hopefully, everybody had a great week. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. It's Friday. Listen, it's Friday over here. I am going to do part of it real quick. Give me 1 second. Thank God for everything. We should never pass up a chance to thank God for everything. So I want to thank God for everything. Thank God for this week. Thank God for each and every one of you. Thank God for your family members. Thank God for your loved ones. Thank God for your co-workers. Thank God for everything that He's touching your life and continues to touch. And may He continue to bless each and every one of you, us, and outsiders. Right? So I never want to pass that up. But today I'm gonna go into I have a lot of new people. A lot of new people hitting me up, asking me about the show. And I just wanted to go in and give a little more information, give some backdrop about Cousin Ed's Corner and how it came about. So for my people who've been here for a while, stay around. You're gonna hear the same story. It might change a little bit because my memory get a little longer and older and everything. But hopefully it's the same story you heard before, but may put some color with it to give a little more detail. So for everybody who's new, you're going to find out how Cousin Ed Corner got started. You're going to find out where we're at right now. And just some things about Cousin Ed, right? So real quick, Cousin Ed's Corner got started from Mr. Moody's neighborhood. You're going to say, what's Mr. Moody's neighborhood? My cousin, y'all may know him as Jeff as Moody. You may know him as Moody. My cousin Moody, I'm going to even give a further backstory, right? Moody's older than me, right? He's my big brother, right? He's older than me. I knew of Moody, right? I'm gonna say I knew of Moody. Y'all know how it is when you grow up in the city and you got an older cousin. You don't see him very often, right? You may see him when your dad go over to the house. They have cookouts. He's older. He's in the streets. He's doing his thing. All right, come down to Georgia, and one of my other cousins, Kev, call him Blue. Blue links me up with Moo. Moo's doing music, and me and Moo link like. We just like we never like we was two kids growing up together. Like so now I'm older, I can hang out with him, all kinds of stuff, right? So me and Moody link up. Moody is doing music throughout the city. He's been doing music his whole life, but he's doing music throughout the city. I have an artist that's down here in Atlanta named Shane Law, and he's putting us in connection with some of his people. So me and Moody staying connected, right? Fast forward, Moody said, "Hey, I want to do this TV show. Yo, come out to the house. We're gonna record. We're gonna do all this stuff." So he does a whole series that was on cable called Moody's House. Right? Great series. It was on local cable, but the production was a lot. Had people at your house doing stuff. So he said, "Okay, I want to do a podcast." And we talked about it, and that's what started out to be Mr. Moody's neighborhood. So you think about Moody's house, it's in Moody's neighborhood, right? So I give all the credit to Moody for all of this, right? So he said, I need your help on this. He said, you're technical. I want you to help me on this. So many of y'all don't even know that backstory. So that's why you stayed. You stayed because you never heard that story before. He said, I want you to help me on this podcast. I want to be partners in it. When he said partners, he said, nah, it's not. It's Moody's neighborhood, but it's going to be the 50-50 brothers. So he said, let's do everything on paper. We're going to do a partnership. We're going to get incorporated. We're going to do all this stuff, right? So I took care of the corporation. Got the computer, got the laptop, got all that stuff, right? He got the microphones. He know all music, right? He got the microphones. And we started doing Mr. Moody's Neighborhood. Now it was Mr. Moody, DJ Naturel, and Cousin Ed. So Cousin Ed came about because I'm his cousin. And my name's Edwin. But all right, so Cousin Ed came from there. So we're doing this show. It's great. We, numbers. This is 2007, 2008. So I tell you, I've been podcasting 15 years or more now, right? So we're doing a show. We got numbers. We going to radio stations. We having guests on. We doing all this stuff, but it's just not taking off. Podcasting is not as big as it is today. Podcasting was just like another radio station on demand. That's what they really thought about. You had Siri or XM radio back then. You had regular radio, and you had the small podcasters. No kind of, connections to the podcast. No videos wasn't a big thing. Like right now, everybody calls a podcast. Everybody calls a video show a podcast. Back then, it was a vlog, right? A video blog. It wasn't a podcast. Podcast was strictly audio. That's why I'm still mainly strictly audio. Podcast was a segue from having radio, but having it on demand. You can catch your shows whenever. So you didn't have to be in a car at 7 a.m. to catch Steve Harvey or catch Tom Joyner or whatever. You can catch Mr. Moody's Neighborhood anytime around at your desk when you're at work. You can catch old shows, new shows, and everything. So that's what we started at. It started out with just one show, Mr. Moody's Neighborhood, and it expanded. Now, all of this I give credit to Mr. Moody. His mind, his genius is amazing. So we had Motivational Monday. No, not Motivational Monday. What we had? Oh man, don't get me a lie. Jeff is Moody, right? He spun off and did his own thing. He did music show. I gotta look it all up now. It's been so many years now. But we had like 5 shows in that series of shows. A lot of it was him, Jeff in the car. We had a music show. I can't remember all of them, right? But new intros every season, new intros for every show we had. So I come out of a school of doing podcasting. That's why this show is so important to me, because I learned from somebody who was a genius in doing this, right? So the intro that I have now, self-produced, right? Y'all might like it, y'all might not, but self-produced. This is the 3rd intro I've had since the podcast been on. It's because of Moody, right? So let's fast forward. Moody, I'm involved in sports. I'm involved in coaching. Work is getting hectic. So Moody starts to record for himself, by himself. He had a podcasting app. He can do most of it. All I had to do was put it up on the show, put it out on our platform. I would lend a ear to his show, lend a voice to his show. He would call it Cousin Ed's Corner. So he'd be like, yo, check out Cousin Ed's Corner. And then I'll, lend my voice. I'll send in my recorded, section, and he'll play that section, right? I did that for a couple years. Moody, unfortunately, had some health, challenges. God is good. He's 100% back now, but he took some time off from podcasting. While he took time off, I was still doing Cousin Ed's Corner, but I was just doing it as sending it to my friends and family. I'll send you a quick Thanksgiving, blessing. I'll send you an Easter blessing. I'll send you a Christmas blessing. I saw something outside and somebody, inspired me. I send you that, right? So I sent it to 5, 6, 10, 15, 20. Some people I knew from Cousin Ed's corner, from Mr. Moody's neighborhood. I sent it out in a blast. All right. Fast forward. We already went through COVID. I'm in a vegan Telegram group. I think it was Telegram. Vegan Telegram group. And it's motivation. No, back up. Let me back up. Sorry. Right out of COVID, I got into a 4X group. Big up to Global FX Trade Club. Global FX Trade Club allowed me the opportunity to be a leader in the club. And myself, Destrian Wells, AJ Woodson, we would do shows, or we would do meetings. Instead of doing meetings about 4X, we want to talk about your life. So we do actual life shows, like just talking about money, but how are you spending your money? How are you spending your time? Family time, right? Motivation, right? So me and Moody was doing, me and Destrian was doing motivational Mondays. I wanted to keep it up, but I would share those with some people I knew in other groups. So I'm in another group. It's a vegan group. I share a motivational Monday. I share another one. A young lady in that group was like, "Hey, what are you doing with yourself?" I said, what do you mean? She said, "I can hear you. You know how to do this. You're professional in doing this." I said, "Well," and she's sharing stuff too. So I said, "Well, I can hear it in you. Like you're polished. Like you're radio ready." She said, "Yeah, I do radio. I do voiceovers. I write. I ghost write for people, all kind of stuff." I was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "Well, you need to do this full time." She said, "You need to, really invest in doing this because your voice needs to be heard." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "No, seriously. Like people need to hear what you're putting out." So we had a consultation. She actually did a consultation with me, and she said, "I need you to get this, and this." Right? I said, "Okay." Now y'all know me. If I'm gonna put something into it, I'm gonna go all out. So I got my mixer, I got my microphone, got I got a nice camera. I got everything I wanted to get at one time. And I said, "Okay, I can do this." So the same show I was doing, I waited till Monday. I did a motivational Monday. Okay. Monday went by. I sent out to the same people I normally would, but it was polished now, right? I did my intro beforehand, polished. Let me see if I remember it. No matter how you cut it, slice it, we're all in this together. I'm just here to give you my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals, right? That was my intro, right? But it was, I think at first I just had that, me saying it with a beat behind it. Then the next season I did it polished with a pre-produced intro. Okay, so I sent that out, Motivational Monday. It did well. Wednesday, I already bought this equipment, right? What do I do? I said, okay, and hold on. Just to be corny, let me do this real quick. Hold on. I'm sitting there and I don't know if you can hear that. All right. So I'm playing, I got this big production right here in front of me. I'm like, I need my heartbeat. I'm like, I need to do something. Like, so I turn around. I said, okay, I'm gonna do another show. It's Wednesday. I said, okay, it's wind down Wednesday, man. I'm sitting in the basement. Let me just wind down. I did a wind down Wednesday, right? So I'm playing around with my mixer. I'm playing around. I said, okay, I'm put this out. I put out wind down Wednesday. That did well. Turn around. It's okay. Friday, I'm sitting down in the basement again, and this is my office anyway. I'm sitting down here. I'm looking at this mixer. This mixer got a whole bunch of lights on it. It's green, blue, red, purple. I'm looking at it right now. White. It got colors, so it's like like a little kid. I'm like, what do I do with this round? So Friday come around. I'm like, you know what? Thank God for everything, man. I do a thank God for everything. That's how Cousin Ed Corner got started. So for all your new people, that's how it got started. I was inspired by others. People told me that I can do it, and I just kept doing it. Now, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to spell podcast. I'm joking around, but I didn't know what a podcast was. I knew regular radio. I knew talk radio. I knew satellite radio, but I didn't know what a podcast was. So I have to thank Moody for introducing me to what a podcast is, right? I always big up Queen Taralyn Michelle. She inspired me to do it even bigger and better. I thank each and every one of you for being a part of this, because really y'all are my battery in my back, because now I do it because of you. I was sitting here and I was looking at, well, I get ready to put a show out. I have to go and see what's the last show number, because I try to number the shows, right? Season 5. What episode is it in season 5? Oh, I'm at 52 episodes. Oh man, okay. How many episodes do I have? What? Almost 600 episodes. Are you serious? I'm looking at like 600 episodes. Man, that's crazy. That's not counting all of the shorts and all the Instagram stuff that I may put out. That's just 600 episodes. Man, I'm right on the cusp of 600 episodes. Man, I got over almost 20,000 downloads. What? Man, this is amazing. Somebody that doesn't even know me is listening to this show. And the ones who know me came back to hear it again. This is, I mean, like, you may not know me personally, but you come back and listen to it again. I'm so just honored by it, right? Then I went to YouTube, right, which is not the same count. Because one thing me and Moody learned a long time ago: don't look at numbers. I don't look at numbers really, because you're on different platforms, and different platforms have different numbers and all that stuff. I don't look at numbers, right? If I go to YouTube, I'm looking at videos that have 1,000 views. I'm no big podcast. I'm no big celebrity. I'm none of that. I'm nowhere near close, right? I don't talk about celebrity. I don't do all that stuff, right? But I'm nowhere near close. But for me, a person who didn't know anything about it, who's doing it for the love, doing it as my own therapy, just to see that one person listen to it is amazing. But I looked at YouTube while I was thinking about all of this, and most people on YouTube are watching the video on their TV. YouTube could tell you what kind of device they're looking at it on. Most people are watching on their TV. That's amazing. I mean, I'm in your home with you, not in your car, not on your phone. I'm in your home with you and you're watching on your TV. Thank God for everything, man. Homes I haven't been in, homes I haven't touched, haven't seen, I'm with you. Thank God for everything. It's amazing, man. I would never in my wildest dreams think that I'll be on somebody's TV somewhere. Funny story is, one of my cousins, and for those who know me personally, I'm an introvert. I'm able to be in front of people all day long. I teach and everything else. But I like my basement. I like to sit in front of the computer, right? One of my cousins called me and like, "Yo, I found your show." I said, "You did?" They're like, "I didn't know you in podcast." This is years into my podcasting. She sent me a picture of me on YouTube on her, above her mantle, above her fireplace. She said, "Why you didn't tell me?" I was like, "It's just me, you know. It's my therapy." Sometimes you don't want the people closest to you to know who you really are. That's weird, right? That's weird. But yeah. So I sat here today and I'm like, what do I didn't even think about talking about this. I was looking what I felt. I don't look for show. I look for what I feel, right? I got a phone call and somebody asked, "Hey, what about podcasts? Why do y'all have your headphones on while y'all are recording? If it's only you." Part of it is I can hear myself in the microphone, right? I can hear myself come back. They're like, "Well, you can hear yourself if you talk out loud." Well, it cancels everything out. It cancels everything else out. If somebody comes into the room, I don't hear them, right? So if you look at TV, you watch movies and you watch artists go into the booth, right? Why do they have headphones on? Why don't you play the music out loud? Okay, you know, because the music gonna go back into the speaker, right? But it's you can hear yourself. You can hear your cadences and everything else. It's more homed in and tuned in on your voice. So that's why that was a question I got asked. I said, well, let me tell everybody about podcasting so I can give them an understanding of why I am in podcasting, why I do podcasting, why I love podcasting. So here's a little brief history. Once again, I want to big up Mr. Moody. Big up DJ Naturel. If y'all don't know who DJ Naturel is, please be sure to check out DJ Naturel. She's out of Atlanta, but she travels the world DJing. So check those two out. Queen Taralyn Michelle, check her out as well. Check out all the guests who have been on Cousin Ed's Corner. I don't even call them guests. All the family who's been on Cousin Ed's Corner, check them out. Just go to the page and just go down. You see featured I thank them for coming over to Cousin Ed's coming over to Cousin Ed's corner and sitting on the couch. So if you don't know the concept of it, you came to your cousin's house, you got something in your cup, and you sat down and had a conversation. So I thank each and every one of them for sitting down with me, having a conversation, taking their time out to chill out with me, right? I thank each and every one of you for being a part of this. If you like what you see, you like what you heard, right? Please be sure. Now, this is once again, right? If you made it this far, please be sure to go over to Substack and subscribe. I'm trying to move most of the content to Substack. I'm not sure if it's going to be the fall of this year, but I think officially we're going to leave Podbean and go to Substack. I'm not sure yet. I'm still testing it out, but Substack is truly a good place to be. If you don't subscribe on YouTube, definitely subscribe on YouTube. It's a great place to be as well. Like I said, I could be in your home, on your wall, your mantle, whatever. You can watch it on YouTube. But I'm at every platform you can find us. You can pause the show. It's not radio. You can pause the show. You can come back to it. Share it with a friend. Share it with a friend of a friend, right? Share it with your audience, your followers, right? Tell them about this guy from Brooklyn who has a good podcast. I ain't say great, has a good podcast, right? Share it with them. I truly do it because I love it. I truly do it because I love y'all. I truly do it because it's something that's part of me giving back. Let me say that much. It's part of me giving back. So thank you for coming on this journey. Just a little bit about me. Thank God for everything tied in with this. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Have a great weekend. I will see you Sunday. Listen, God willing, Sunday. I'm going to do a live probably on Substack. Hit me with a DM if you want details about what time we're going to do the live on Substack. It's going to be morning. Probably going to be at the lake. It's going to be nice scenery, right? Sunday morning. Get up with me and hang out. All right? I love y'all. Have a great one. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.